Hello and welcome to Andertons TV. My name is Jack and I'm joined again by...
Andy.
Man, every time. I love it. Let's fist bump it this time.
Nice.
What are we on with part 4?
Part 4 of our
Absolutely rocking and rolling. We've done what is an oscillator. We've also said what's a filter, and hopefully you've understood those things. We also went into an envelope, but in relation to the amplitude. How the sound comes in and out, its volume. But now we're going to look at envelopes, but used in a different way. This time, how can you control a filter with an envelope?
Exactly. So it is important that you've seen the one that we've done on the amp, because those same principles apply. So don't be jumping into this one.
Yeah, check it out. I might do like a people's elbow into the link in the description. Boosh!
Nice.
It's going in.
Special effects.
I'm trying it out. We'll see if it works out. Go on, let's crack on.
So in the filter envelope, so straight away we've got our attack, decay, sustain, release again. But they do different things now. So when we talked about the attack on the amp, that was how long the sound takes to fade in. On a filter, say if we put the filter down at 12 o'clock, the attack time is how long it takes for the filter to open. So to go from 12 o'clock all the way open.
Oh, that's well explained, sir.
Oh, cool, thanks.
Thanks, mate.
So let's give an example. So if we... So yeah, basically, so as you're playing it then, essentially what's happening is it's just the envelope is making that control open all the way up. Exactly. And then the decay with this one is then how long it takes to close. So like after it's reached the full amount, how long does it take to snap back off? So if we've got decay down at 0, if you hold down the notes, it should snap off. So you hear that. So it gets to that full level of brightness and then it snaps close. But if we bring it up a little bit, that's nice. It kind of opens up and then closes back down again. The sustain, so on the amp, the sustain was how long, the overall volume that it stays at. The sustain on this one is where the filter stays once it's open. So if we've got no attack and we put the sustain all the way up, that means that when you play a chord and the filter opens, it'll just stay open at that point.
Yep.
Exactly. So we can combine a bit of the both there. So for instance, we might want it to decay, sort of close back down a little bit, but also just reach a point where it's slightly, you know, it's still a bit open, but it's a bit.
I love this, your little little cooker, like
I know,
a little chef, chef. Come on, get the right words, Jack. Let's hear what it sounds like.
Closes down a little bit, and then it stays about that. Cool. And then the
bloody
last
good
one,
chef.
the last one is the release control, which is, so to hear this, we need to have some release on the amp, because it again, it happens, you see on the graph there, it happens after the key off, but we need some release on our amp envelope so that we can actually hear it.
Cool.
And yeah, so basically the release is kind of like, again, how long the filter takes to shut after you let go of the keys. So if we put that up a little bit, let's see what it sounds like. So you can see, as you take your fingers off it, that's when it starts closing the filter as well. So, and that's like a really nice kind of brass sound that we've got going on there, you know? Like
I like it, yeah.
And then the other control that goes with it, that which we haven't talked about just yet, is the envelope amount. So you can see on this dial we've got it all the way up.
Yeah.
And the reason being is because you might want to set the sort of the level that the filter will open to. So for instance, on the attack here, we've got it starting at 12 o'clock. And then because our envelope amount is all the way up, that means that when it opens it, it's going to open the filter all the way to the maximum. But in a sound, you might not want it going all the way open. You might want it just opening to, say, like 9 o'clock, in which case you would set the filter amount to be like, I said 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock. I don't know my clocks. But yeah, so if you set it on that one... Now,
like almost like a trim?
Kind of,
I find it hard to get in my head, I know, because I've been playing with it, but yeah, that's a really, exactly how you said it, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's do it. Yeah, so can we hear that,
yeah, so that'll just open a little bit. So you can hear it's opening a little bit and then snapping off quite quickly, so we're putting it okay. Whereas if I turn it all the way back up, it's going a lot brighter, isn't it? But we also have a negative position, so instead of opening up, you could have it the filter closing down. So you might want your sound, instead of like going upwards like that, you might want the sound going down to 0. So if we put the envelope the other way down, the other way around, sorry.
Woo.
Let's try this. Do you see like, and then as you let go, it comes back in. So it's like the sound's bouncing down and coming back in, you know.
Oh, that's cool.
Sounds sidechain.
Yeah.
That's the Maltese Falcon in the corner. Say hey, Chris.
Hey.
Nice. So yeah, so like you can combine, you know, your amp envelope, so with a bit of release as we've done there, and a bit of the filter envelope, and then you can make some nice cool sounds out of it.
So yeah, really, you touched upon some really important bits there, man. Especially with, I never thought in my process as well to how the relationship between the amplitude envelope and the filter works.
Yeah.
A lot of it is there's no right or wrong, right?
No, totally. It's all about experimenting, you know, and just I mean that's the cool thing is like when you have got loads of controls like this, it can be a bit daunting and a bit scary. But the cool thing is that, as you say, you can't go wrong. No. Just get stuck in, move stuff around,
and it's a beautiful synth to learn on. I think.
Totally.
Anything. Again, I'll say it in the other video, sliders are really good. If you're getting into this, I used to like the Gaia for that back in the day, and even back to an SH101, you know, and you've got the boutique versions ones. There's loads of price points where you can buy something where you can really learn about synthesis. I'm going to play you out some dodgy chords. Let's see.
Let's go for a bit of a different. We had a bit of resonance, so now when it opens we get a bit of that kind of quacky sound as well.
Jack Quaxbury. Where are we going next?
Next we are going to look at LFO.
Oh, let's do it!